It seems like there's a lot at stake here. Are we making too much of it?
Possibly, Joe, because look, I've talked to app developers about the app review process at Apple for the last 7 or 8 years, and this kind of flies in the face of everything I've heard. Apple doesn't just idly threaten to remove an app. They do it, and they do it for egregious violations. So let's rewind the clock a little bit. 2 years ago, when they removed the Fortnite game from the App Store, that was because Epic Games, which makes the app, purposefully violated the App Store rules, and that's why Apple pulled it within just a couple hours. What's happening here, what's most likely happening here is, sure, there must have been some kind of communication between Apple and Twitter. That's normal, though. Part of the app review process, especially for big apps like Twitter or Facebook or Snapchat or Pinterest, they're constantly talking to the Apple reviewers and constantly going over worries and concerns and making fixes on the fly. What doesn't happen in those conversations, Joe, are threats of removing from the App Store. What Elon Musk would have to do to get Twitter removed from the App Store, most likely at this point, he'd have to purposefully and egregiously violate the rules, just like Epic did with the Fortnite app.
Wait a second.
What's that?
Does that mean you think that Elon Musk said, I'm not paying 30% for the $8 that I'm collecting from everybody right now? You think that's what happened here?
No, Becky, I think he's trying to find a boogeyman to blame for all the problems he's having at Twitter. Look, like Joe just said in this intro, he started this whole thing because Apple dropped its spend on Twitter. It's a big advertiser on Twitter. There are a lot of reports flying out that it spends, significant amount of money per quarter. And so he's upset about that, and he's trying to find a boogeyman for the failures that he's doing at the company. And so look at the list. It starts with the drop in advertising, and it ends with the 30% secret tax, which is not a secret tax, by the way. We've been talking about this for ages. So I think it's just really just shifting blame here for the problems more than, taking responsibility for himself for what he's doing.
Tim, I was disappointed and took it personally. I love Tim Cook. I love Elon Musk. I want these guys to be allies. I don't want them to be adversaries. Can that happen?
Well, maybe not. But there is a precedent here for Apple taking down social media apps that have content issues that Apple finds problematic. Go back to early 2021, taking down Parler in the wake of the issues on the Capitol and concerns that they weren't making the steps needed to ensure that content was on there that was not harmful. And we've had concerns here with Twitter about the content moderation following Elon's taking over the company and so many people leaving, and concerns about whether the proper steps are being taken. Now, Elon would argue that they are, but still it's raised this huge issue of hate speech and other issues on the platform that, Apple traditionally doesn't really like to be involved with.
Right, but, okay, Tim, is Apple, you remember the in-house Twitter content moderation people that Twitter had before Elon? I'm glad they're gone. And I don't want that content moderation. I think that if you want to talk egregious, that's what was egregious. And that's why Elon Musk stepped in here. Is Apple going to have the same type of, left coast, I hesitate to use the word snowflakes, but I mean, you can go too far either way, can't you, Tim? What does Apple want to see on Twitter? What would they consider something that they couldn't live with? Would it be the same level of not living with as the former Twitter moderation people?
Well, I think that's what Elon has done here, is create this question for Apple to answer, right? Now it has put Apple back in the crosshairs on that question of free speech, of content moderation. It's a position that Apple has been uncomfortable with for the past year in Washington, as people on the Hill, in particular Republicans, have questioned the role of Apple and other big tech companies and their ability to, what they believe, to limit free speech. And as you get to the point, that's part of what drove Elon to buy Twitter. Concerns that big tech was limiting that speech on these platforms.